I just All right, hey guys, what's going on? It is Thursday, October 23rd. If you're watching this, this is day 4 of the customer attraction code. So, what I'd like to do today is we're going to get into day 4 of what's going on, and we're going to get into, the lesson, but I want to take some time to share about value and perceived value, and then you thinking a lot bigger. So, the first exercise we're going to do is we are going to give ourselves grace for all the money that we've spent and all the courses that we've bought and all the coaches that we've hired and all the things up until today. Release any bitterness, release any buyer's remorse, release any negative energy that you don't want to come across as a salesman, because I got to tell you, ladies, we are in sales. We are in sales. We are in a version of selling where when we market, when we put a story out into the marketplace, then a customer will come to us. A stranger will come to us and go, please tell me more. And then we don't actually do a whole lot of speaking. Sales is not speaking. It's listening for the opening to send the invitation. So I was having a conversation with someone yesterday who's, made 100,000 in her first year selling legacy, doing the courses and doing the things. And, we were just kind of talking about what's valuable in the marketplace, where's the marketplace going, and what does that mean? Now, the first thing I want to kind of preface is when I use the word marketplace, what that means is Jennifer's, Jessica's. So for those of you who have downloaded the persona, if you haven't, don't worry, it's in the live and you'll go download it. But you know that we have created a perfect customer avatar and her name is Jessica. So my marketplace is only Jessica's. I am not helping all the people do all the things. I help Jessica attract customers every single day. And then through my message, I'll attract Jessicas that might want private coaching or Jessicas that really they just want to go further faster and pay to avoid all the mistakes I've already made, right? But the first thing we got to do is we got to bring Jessica in with a win. So when we talk about value and what's valuable, all of us have a different point of view on what we will spend money on. We'll spend $4,000 on coaching, we won't. We'll spend $900 on a course, we won't. We'll spend, McDonald's is a great example. My kids are literally not allowed to buy the meals anymore. The meals are not valuable in my point of view, no matter how much money I make. We are now building the meals with the value menu because $13 for a burger and fries is stupid, but people will pay it so that the audience in the McDonald's says, oh, look, they can afford the meals. Meanwhile, those of us will have a lot of money in our accounts and we're buying off the value menu because we understand the value of a dollar. So you want to decide for yourself what's valuable for you because she will value the same values. If you think I wasted money in the past, you're going to have a really hard time getting someone to give you money because you're coming with the energy of buyer's remorse. I didn't get what I paid for. I got more confusion. I got more this. Now, with respect to any online course, there's a reason that we strategically took everything out of Freedom Builders, just locked it for a minute, because people will go consume the information and check the box that they worked today. But that work doesn't pay the light bill. What they did was they learned today. We want to make it so you're learning and earning, and then you're going to evolve, right? Nicole's experiencing an evolution of oh, I love all the things I've learned, and my expertise is in helping ADHD parents and kids. So instead of selling digital marketing, she is embodying being a digital marketer. Debbie could literally, I know from her background, create a $7 to $27 to $97 download that will help people build their chiropractic practices, their chiropractic customer accounts within 6 weeks. The brick and mortar chiropractor that knows how to be a chiropractor does not necessarily know how to go get customers off the street so that he can build his chiropractor business. Debbie knows how to do that. She can hyper niche to chiropractors that need more patients. She already has the expertise. So there's buying a course to be a digital marketer, and then there's selling digital marketing, or there's embodying the experience that you already bring to the table. It's how the customer attraction code came to be birthed, because I recognized as I'm teaching and training and educating that I'm forgetting or I'm disconnected from the fact that the dollar comes from a person and not the sale. And everybody's so focused on the sale that we forgot that woman is sliding her credit card, and it might be her last $25 for that week. It might be her last $900. I know people still paying off legacy that never made a sale in legacy because they didn't understand how to sell the course. So what you value, I want you to be bold enough to share that value. If Doritos is $8 and it's ridiculous, then you're going to attract moms that are like, hell yeah, high five, amen. We cannot afford groceries. Because it doesn't mean she's going to be a customer today. It means you're being relatable and normal about what 98% of the marketplace, this is the marketplace, is complaining about. You're one of them. You're like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like to buy value meal, or, she doesn't like to buy the $13 meals at McDonald's either. Like, I just can't do it right now. Maybe someday, but today I can't, right? So what you value, you want to attract people that have those values. Otherwise, it's friction because you're trying to pay your bill and you're trying to convince someone to buy from you, but it's actually not a good fit for them or for you. Codependency is a real thing in this space. So let me take this off of your plate. If you sold someone a course, you are not their mentor. If you brought someone into the business, you are not their teacher, you are not their trainer, you are not their coach, you are not their guru. You are another girl in the classroom with your own desk, paying attention to the front of the room. You decide who your teacher is, and then you say, that's a great question. Let's ask the teacher together. Because some people are afraid to look stupid, and I am too, guys. I sent Trish, I forgot how to do tick, tick, boom. For those of us who know what tick, tick, boom is, and I had a sale last night, and I was like, I don't know how to do tick, tick, boom. And I was too afraid to ask it in the big chat, so I just asked her directly. And that's okay. I've decided to make her my teacher because she's been doing this for a long, long, long time. I am one person in your life that will teach you how to make money on social media, but I'm not the end all be all. I'm not the best mentor ever. Some of you might think so, and that is amazing. But just know that my 10-year journey was lots of coaches and lots of mentors and lots of teachers until I found my way and my confidence and my voice and understanding what I wanted to bring into the marketplace. So I just say that to say $20 isn't exciting. I know that. I didn't get excited either. But 200 women in here, 200 women from all walks of life, 200 women that want more customers. So they're a digital creator, they're a network marketer, or they're a seller. They probably don't know what they are, as they're not making any money. But if all you did was get 200, you're at $4,000 a month. And 200 may sound like a lot. And this is going to tie into the whole course thing. The courses are great for the women who can sit down and focus and go through all the stuff. I don't have that focus. That's not me. That's why I bought it, to sell it, because I don't want to teach it like that. Here's what I'll tell you. Out of pure experience, twice. One, boots on the ground, selling perfume. I sold 10 a day. I asked 100 people. Quick question, what kind of cologne do you wear? Quick question, what kind of cologne do you wear? Hey, quick question, what kind of cologne do you wear? Hey, quick question, do you want to make money online? Hey, quick question, if you're doing customer code, hey, quick question, could you use more customers in your business? Hey, quick question, could you use more customers in your business? Hey, quick question. If they say no, they are lying to you. Hey, quick question, could you use more money in your business? Hey, quick question, could you use more money by Christmas? Hey, quick question, do you want to be prepared for Black Friday? You ask this to 100 women per day. It's not hard. You send 20 at 7 o'clock in the morning. You send 20 at 8 o'clock in the morning. You send 20 at 9 o'clock in the morning. You said, listen, if you got stuff to do and you're too busy, don't do it. I'm telling you how to get 10 sales in a day. The second thing is I did it online. I sent a copy and paste personal message. I'm not going to use jargon like I cold DM'd. I didn't cold DM. I invited people that were inside of groups called Real Estate Investing. And I said, hey, my name is Jen, and I'm part of the local real estate investors community, and we do X, Y, and Z. Would you like to be invited? No big deal if not. We do pizza parties, we do cash flow games, we do deal analysis. Because what I know is people are in those groups starving for help and community and support. Starving. They're wasting all day long consuming information when they just need to be invited to a pizza party, sit down and go, oh, this person actually knows what she's doing or he's doing. I think they can help me. And you're inviting them number one, the opportunity to attract more customers into their business. Number two, you're inviting them to build a second income stream while they do it, right? We put this in front of our Melaleuca business, and then we sell Melaleuca on the back end. So we're not online selling it. So now we have two income streams. You can do 10 customers a day. And then if you continue to follow what I tell you to do, what I ask you to do, what I share with you to do, because I can't make you work, I'm not your guru. If you continue to share your story every single day like a fucking broken record, you will make more money than you possibly could have thought by Christmas. Because you are not selling Jessica that followed you yesterday. You're selling the new Jessica that decided to follow you today. Because while you're sharing your message, you're giving value. And giving value looks like going into a group and answering their questions for free, not being weird. If someone says, what's everyone doing to make money? Don't put a link. What I say is, I help women attract 10 customers a day. And then for those of us who know the money's in the comments, I'll usually get 3 or 4 leads from how I said, I help women get 10 customers a day. Every one of you will get to the point where you are attracting 10 customers a day. Not until you believe it, or not until you believe me, and not until you become a broken record on what you offer into the marketplace. Okay? All right, I'm going to share my screen. And we're gonna read my book together. All right, day 4. Okay, the manager's mindset. Creating consistency that converts. When I became a store manager at Harbor Freight Tools, I learned something most entrepreneurs never do. Systems create freedom. I used to think structure would box me in, that being creative meant doing everything by feel. But being a manager or managing a team taught me that discipline creates confidence. Each day we had goals, we scheduled, we had a clear plan, and because the plan existed, everyone could flow inside of it. That's how we sold more warranties, hit bonuses, and built trust with our customers. When I transitioned online, I realized that the same truth applies here. If you treat your digital business like a real business, it will start to pay like one. The feminine side of you needs space to create, but the CEO side of you needs structure to scale. When they work together, you become unstoppable. Consistency does not kill creativity, it protects it. When you know what to post, when you follow up, and how to nurture your audience, you no longer operate from panic. You're operating from peace. Your message deserves a container, something that lets your brilliance breathe instead of burning out. The goal is not to do more. It's to create a rhythm that feels sustainable, simple, and aligned with your life. So your action step, you're going to create your own manager plan. You're going to ask yourself these questions and fill in the blanks. Number 1, how many days a week do I realistically want to show up online? These are for you. Be honest with yourself. Don't let yourself down. Be honest with yourself. How many days a week do I realistically want to show up online? Number 2, what kind of content feels most natural for me? Is it a post, a video, a story, or a live? Notice the word natural. If it feels forced, your audience will feel that pressure. So you want to, it was funny, I was doing TikToks yesterday and I was dancing and I thought, man, I think because I've heard so many people say, you don't have to dance on TikTok, that I almost like shamed myself, like, oh gosh, I shouldn't be dancing on TikTok because these women don't want to do that. And I'm like, I love dancing on TikTok. Like, why am I not dancing more on TikTok? But that's natural for me. Like, I dance in my living room. That's a normal night for my daughters and I.
And then 2 letters at Freight.
He is.
Kristen, can you mute, babe? So you want to do what feels natural for you. What is my one clear goal or target? If you've set goals in the past and you have not reached them, get rid of the word. You might have a belief around it. But a target, if you've never set a target, that could be different, and they're very small. So what is your one clear target for the next 30 days? Enroll 5 new customers, earn your next bonus. What is your one clear goal? And what is your daily non-negotiable that will move you closer to that goal? 1 story per day inviting people into Launch Kit. I need to edit those words into customer attraction code. Right? 1 person into your program, 1 person into your business, more followers, more clarity on your voice. It could be a lot of different things. There are only a few that move the financial needle forward. And then write this as your new affirmation schedule. On these days, I show up with purpose. My plan works because I do. That's your feminine energy with your masculine frame. It's the yin and the yang. So your quick win, you'll immediately feel lighter because you no longer feel like you have to figure it all out. We're here to figure this out with you so that you go to make bold moves. Your business will start to feel organized, grounded, and safe. And safety is what makes your creative flow even faster. Your inner shift, what if consistency wasn't about pressure, but it was about peace? And your power thought is structure supports my freedom. My plan is my permission to breathe. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a visual before we go into the training, right? As someone who has had a job, right? You can be a school teacher, be a chiropractor, be a massage therapist. Everyone was clear on their role. And then that's how you flow. So as the manager, and I built brand new stores, it would take me 6 weeks to make sure my people were trained on, it's a lot of things, how to open the till, how to close the till, how to run a return, how to do a void, how to do all the mechanics of being a cashier, plus how to smile at the customer, how to ring a customer up, how to give the customer the experience, how to sell a warranty, right? These are not things that like you just hire up a cashier and then you put her in front of the register and she's ready to go. Like her job, her learning, the difference is she, as an employee mindset, is she got paid to learn the skills. And then someone might have stood behind her. She was shadowed a little bit, things like that. Same as in the waitress industry. I shadowed a waitress for 5 days before I ever got my own table. You learned something, you had help, you had support. But the bigger picture, when you're a store manager, everyone has to know their own roles because you can't be everywhere at once. You got to know that the receiving guy knows what he's doing, the cashier knows what she's doing, the assistant knows what he's doing. Otherwise you're micromanaging and that causes ridiculous. But if you set the precedence in the beginning, I did a post about this because when I would hire someone, I would clean the bathroom in front of them or with them and say, look, when I ask you to clean the bathroom, this is the expectation before you leave. Because I can't trust that they've ever been taught how to clean a bathroom. And if you have kids, you know, there's things you tell your kids and then there's things you got to teach your kids. So online is no different. Just consider everyone's a big old kid. And then you have to decide, number one, where are you at? Because I'm an employee mindset. We'll just pretend like we're all employee mindsets, which means we are either going to show up and work or we're getting fired. Some of us, we just fire ourselves. We didn't make any money by Friday. It's called a no call, no show. We didn't show up to work, so we didn't get a paycheck. So taking inventory on what do I know about the job I need to perform today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And I don't need to be a Trish. I don't need to be a Haley. I don't need to be a Michelle O'Neill. I don't need to be anyone else. I need to take inventory of what I bring in, and then I need to take inventory of, are there more skills that I could shadow Trish so that I could develop myself stronger. So for now, you want to decide, discipline yourself. You got to discipline yourself. You have to create structure within your mind, organization, so that when you do show up on Tuesday at 7 p.m. because you told yourself you're going to work, you got to know where do you start? If you sit down and you're like, okay, I'm going to clock in, where do I start? And every single day you're asking yourself, where do I start? You didn't start. You've never started. I would have a system. I'd go in, I'd unlock my front door, I'd make sure all my tills were pulled out, no money left in. I'd go upstairs, I'd count my safe, I'd look at my schedule, I'd write, like, the structure of my job never changed. What did change every single day, which is why I loved being a store manager, was the flow. One day I got to receive a truck, one day I got to unbox stuff, one day I got to reset an entire gondola. Like, I needed the creative side inside of the structure. So today, I want you guys to consider, if you don't have organization or structure, that's where you have to start so you can stop firing yourself. And then when you show up, you know, I'm doing my post about my story. I'm going into these 4 groups and answering all the questions I can. I'm sending out an email if you have an email list. I'm showing up and I'm teaching here, right? I'm going live. I'm doing a video. You want to do things that feel natural. No pressure, no stress. I don't work under pressure and stress. I don't know about you guys. I run from that shit. I'm really good at applying some pressure to myself, but I don't want anyone else to do it. Right? All right, let's get into today's training. Okay, so day 4 is the belief that you're closer than you think. Remember, let all the past go. Let whatever happened yesterday go, whatever happened last month go. Today is day 1 and every day is day 1. Every day is day 1 and you get to be 1% better. So you are closer than you think to your next customer. Now, by day 4, many people are going to start doubting themselves. They learned day 1, 2, and 3. They took some notes. They might have even posted, but they haven't seen massive results yet. This lesson is going to reset your energy, rebuild your confidence, and show that belief is the engine behind attraction. You've got to believe it before you see it. If you're skeptic, if you've told yourself in the past, I'll believe it when I see it, you are self-sabotaging your business, because all of you have been online long enough to see the results, and you can literally go #digital marketing and see millions of women making an income every single day. Now you're just questioning your own belief, your own desire, your own credibility, your own confidence. That's negative self-talk, okay? So we're gonna break that down into 3 stages. The first thing is borrowed belief. You've gotta trust the system. You either have to trust this challenge, trust me, trust the book, trust the community, trust yourself to decide that you're going to believe it, right? You're borrowing it from what you've seen online. Gosh, I've seen all these women making all this money. If your feed is full of broke baddies, I'm going to invite you to take a day and unfollow the broke baddies and follow Rich Rebeccas, because you want to see women who inspire you to do better every single day. Build belief. You see proof in others, right? So that built belief is like, okay, well, I've seen Shanessa make $1,000 in a day. I've seen Kristen bring in customers. I've seen Jamie sell some stuff. So this does work. And I know when they make money, they're in flow. They're excited. They're inspired. They're feeling good about what they're doing. That's enough proof. That's all the proof I need to go, oh, it works. I'm a good teacher. I'm good at sharing because they're making money. It doesn't mean that I'm arrogant enough to go, I'm the best teacher in the world. I know that all of you have other coaches and other mentors and other uplines and other people in your life, and you're just putting it together. But it's proof it works when other women are attracting customers every single day. And then the bold belief is you act even when you can't see the full picture. You act when you cannot see the full picture. You can only see the next step in front of you. You can only see what you need to do today. So we're going to do some visualization or journaling prompt, whatever you're more comfortable with. I will invite you to start learning how to visualize. Neville Goddard, Google Neville, 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 yep, something like that, Neville Goddard on YouTube, free content, free information. It's all he talks is about visualization and bringing it in. If you don't know what it would feel like to wake up to your first customer, you can't create that attraction, you can't create that, it's the nonverbal communication. Remember yesterday we talked about the magnet, right? We can't see how it works. We just know it does. Now there's going to be some people that are going to want to figure out how does it work. And those people won't go magnetize anything, because honestly, once you figure out how it works, it kind of takes the magic away. You're like, well, it was magic when I was 4. And I walked around, I don't know about you guys, but I walked around with a magnet, what's, this magnetizes, this magnetizes, oh, this is so fun, this is great, this is magical. I didn't need to dive into all the information to understand. That takes the magic away. So just consider that you're in your magnetic era. You're learning magnetic messaging, and you don't need to understand all of the things. You just need to understand that your story and your values and you being honest with an invitation to say, come with me, do it with me, I can share it with you, is going to attract the woman that's like, man, she just talks about this all day long. I love this. I love what she's doing. I love what she has to say. I love how I feel when I read her story. So you want to think about, what does that feeling feel like for you? If you woke up and $500 is in your account, how would that feel? Would you feel relieved? Would you feel peace? Would you feel excited? Oh my God, it's working. Because you have to create that emotion to attract that woman that she's paying you because she feels relieved. She's paying you because she feels like you can help her. Her transaction is believing you can solve her problem. So you're receiving money feeling relieved, and she's paying you money feeling relieved. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, $900, I'm so relieved. This is gonna save me so much time. Oh my gosh, $25, I'm so relieved. I'm gonna learn how to build the biggest Black Friday ever. People pay for relief. They pay for peace. They pay for happiness. They pay for excitement. You have to be in that energy. It's called the receiving mode, to receive the financial abundance. What would you say if you woke up to 3 new customers? And who would you tell? What would that proof unlock for you? And by the way, all of you have proof. All of you have proof it works, because all of you have seen each other make money, grow accounts, get customers, get started. So you have the proof it works. Now it's the discipline and the courage to show someone else. So your practical step, the power of really small proof. This is how we stack wins. We stack wins, right? Today's goal is not another post or a DM. It's to create a small win that's going to build your belief up. So you sending one message, recording one video, inviting a friend to the challenge. Something that's going to create a win, build your belief, and boost your confidence. Belief does not grow by thinking. It only grows by moving with it. Action. So your power thought, I don't chase proof, I create proof. You create it within. And as always, your call to action, you're shifting your needs to hers. Jessica needs you. Jessica needs help paying her rent. Jessica needs help quitting her job. Jessica needs help paying for groceries. Jessica needs help getting out of anxiety or depression. Jessica needs you. Jessica needs you. Download the book, make sure you're following the book and really embodying what the book is asking you to do. Let go of the feelings, let go of the resistance, let go of the doubt, let go of the fear. Just let it go. Just give it to God for one day. You can pick back up tomorrow. Give it to God today. Give it to a higher power. When you post your waitress effect story, okay, your waitress effect story, remember the waitress effect. What are you doing? You are, where's my stop share? You are anticipating her need before she needs it. What does Jessica need from you today? Before she needs it. So today's bonus, I have 30 days of power thoughts for you guys. I will put inside of the live community. We have 2 minutes left. Does anyone want to share anything before we end the call?
On that faceless post that I told you about the other day, there is someone that left a comment and said, "So what are we selling for 20 bucks?" So I'm thinking of making a video and just saying, well, we're selling nothing. We're just inviting people to show them how to build freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing to sell you. It's not for everybody. I want to work with people who want to get 10 customers a day. Though there's one result, 10 customers a day, 10 customers a day, 10 customers a day, 10, that is the tangible result that every one of you can get to, 10 customers a day. But it's not for everybody. And when someone shows up and says, "What are you selling?" that's immediate resistance. He has a problem with being sold. So you just say, "Got nothing to sell." Just showing people how I'm attracting customers every day, inviting you to take a look. You have got to start saying and believing out loud, "I attract customers every single day. I attract customers every single day. I attract customers every single day." Because you do. And the second you're comfortable asking for the money is the second that money will hit your bank account. Remember, she needs relief that she can't figure this out on her own. You're offering relief. The community offers her relief. The book offers her relief. This will offer her relief. But that's where you got to trust it, and that's where you guys will not sell this until you experience someone buying it. I promise. It won't matter. I can show up every day and make you feel good and fuzzy. But until you get the courage to invite people into the community and let them have an experience, you won't sell it. You have to believe it before it happens. You have to.